Hello everybody, we're back with another weather report. The first thing to talk about today is the extreme heat. So we can see that we have heat advisories. These are all those orange areas. Now the weird thing is this app, Pivotal Weather, is not showing the extreme heat warnings for heat indexes up to 105 here in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Racine, Cook County, and in the St. Louis area. For some reason, this is not showing that, but all the National Weather Service offices have issued those alerts. Warning for heat indexes of 105, however, I have a weather station here where I am, a personal one, and right now that reported 110 degrees in the sun. So that's a little different. We also have some severe weather to talk about. This is the Colorado State University maps. I'm starting to use these because I really like them. We really only have a wind threat, a low wind threat here in our area. There's like a 15 to 30% chance lower Illinois, well, just a little south of Chicago, but then like 5 to 15% elsewhere. No hail, no tornado. I believe the SPC has a marginal risk out. You go to days 3 through 8 though. The 12Z isn't initialized. Okay, probably should have... Oh, here it is. Yeah. Love how this just decides to not work as soon as I start doing something. Okay, so this is like an all-severe map. We can see Chicago, Milwaukee, you are under some kind of risk, at least by the Colorado State University. From Tuesday the 24th through Sunday the 29th, with higher risks mostly being on the 26th and the 29th. Indiana, you're in it also, but you pretty much just have those lower risks. A lot of Wisconsin is under this. So yeah, there's a lot of severe weather to talk about, and I will go into that. Coming to temperatures, this is the GFS. I don't like this for this far out. Wednesday, I was gonna say it cools off. Doesn't. So it's gonna be a very warm week. I'm gonna quickly go through. 80s, 94 degrees Sunday the 29th. In Chicago, 95 a little further south. So those heat indexes could maybe reach 100 depending on the dew point. Okay, yeah, they won't reach 100. Now, I am concerned with Sunday about severe weather, and if I go into mean layer CAPE, this is the available instability. Typically, we want about 1,500 joules per kilogram. We've certainly got this. This is like almost 3,000. This is 3,000. We have 3,000. Indiana, almost your entire state's above that. However, I'm not too confident on that tornado risk because there's no supercell composite. So it might be a wind or hail driven. But given the lapse rates, could be hail. The lid strength does appear to be generally weak, which means that the capping in the atmosphere, which can sometimes prevent storms, there is none of that, so it will allow storms. Again, with this SRH very low, and then energy helicity. So the general breakdown for this is Sunday specifically. I wanted to zoom over here, give you a heads up. There's a little rain, but not much. Now, I would like to go back, because I did say Tuesday you have a risk, which doesn't seem too great, which is probably where that lower risk. Wednesday, now Thursday we might have a bit of a higher risk with the most unstable gives a generally unstable. This is surface-based, so yeah. This one might be a tornado-driven, at least in Iowa. Maybe Illinois. However, that doesn't seem as likely. These lapse rates also not showing. So this one I'm thinking would be a wind risk. However, it does depend on where the low is, whether or not rain will form, whether or not we get storms. But the general look, I'm going to quickly zoom through. the general look is we have some kind of severe risk for a while, and then this goes into next week's forecast where we get a calmer week. It does just depend on whether or not rain or storms will form, but that does seem like there is a chance. And just coming here, probability of 1,000 joules per kilogram or more, Monday, June 23rd. That's tomorrow, I'm not. Tuesday, yep. Not so much Wednesday. Thursday, we've got a decent chance in parts. Same, yeah, Thursday. Sunday, I am a little concerned about. However, that will go over in our other forecast. So be sure to check that out next week. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing. The general rundown, we do have high heat for at least until midnight Tuesday morning. And then those all go out of effect. It's going to stay warmer, but not as excessively warm as we've had. And there's a lot of severe potential. I don't think I will go live. However, subscribe if you want to see me go live, because there is a chance that I do go live.